Hello Scorpio and welcome to Soul Sundays. Scorpio, it's a quick 3-card spread, one for mind, body and soul for your week ahead. So let's get started. Universe and angels, messages and guides, my higher self, I call upon you now to give me clear and accurate reading for the sign of Scorpio. Please let me see what they need to hear, not what they want to hear for their week ahead. Can I please have 3 cards, one for mind, body and soul? Wow, that one came out very clear. Happy birthday, by the way, if it's your birthday. Fantastic energy coming up for you. You've drawn the 6 of Hearts, which in this deck is titled The Past. So you could be reflecting backwards in order to move forwards. And that doesn't surprise me, particularly because you're completing a cycle, right? Whenever you come to your birthday time of year, it's about completing a cycle. It's about looking at something new. And for you, sometimes we need to look back in order to go forward. We are in Mercury retrograde, so I wouldn't be surprised if you're seeing people from your past pop back up, wanting to come back in, wanting to reconnect with you, particularly as we always tend to glow a little bit more special around our birthday, okay? For you, the message that you've gotten for your body this week is about staying positive, being positive. Often one of the struggles people find from a physical or metaphysical plane when it comes to wanting to lose weight or wanting to gain muscle or whatever your personal thing is for you is about actually being kind to our body, thanking our body for everything we put it through, because often we forget that we are just a living organism, put together. And ironically, you've drawn the card of formation. So beautiful week, okay? Full moon in the sign of Taurus on the 12th, which speaks about completing a cycle, particularly a cycle for you from your past. It's positive energy, all right? And I say that because you've drawn literally the card of the past. Like, you can't make this shit up. What I love about this card is it's actually really healing energy. It's quite beautiful. 6 speaks about memories, looking back, as I told you before, past influences, nostalgia, having a longing for something that was, or maybe who you were. It's an identity thing, right? It's described as talking or thinking about the past so you can introduce the present where it creates your future. Sometimes we need to look back in order to go forward. We need to realize who we no longer are or who we no longer want to be. And this card is asking you to write the new narrative. It's time to let go of the stories you've been telling yourself. Every time you talk or think about your past, you bring it into your present and limit your future. A practiced belief has become entangled with your everyday way of thinking, causing you to react in certain ways that feel familiar. It is this belief that is no longer working for you. But if it is working for you, great, keep going. However, this card suggests perhaps it's not. There is a new awareness of an ability or characteristic that was limited due to expectations, convention, or familial pressure. So family pressure, right? I can never say that word properly. You will be victorious in bringing about harmonious change. So it's really a week of looking back in order to go forward. And for some of you that have a birthday this week, it could feel like that. It could feel like you are taking a look back or a shift back in order to kind of prepare yourself, okay? You're drawing the card of staying positive, which, look, these go hand in hand. Sometimes when we look back at the past, it can bring up feelings of nostalgia and sadness. She looks a little bit melancholy in this card. But I don't want you to look back at it with fear. I just want you to look back at it as that's what was, right? And look forward going, I'm going to create a beautiful, bright future, particularly when it comes to your body. And I feel like I'm getting a lot of weight stuff. So being body positive and where your body's at and what your body's gone through. Often emotional trauma lingers around in our body and it hangs on as either a lack of weight or as in gaining weight, okay? That emotional and physical trauma can stay around. So as soon as you choose to see things from a positive light, be grateful and give gratitude for what you have every day, you'll see a huge shift. And then the new you will begin to form, right? Let me read for you the spiritual message from this book because it's quite beautiful. And don't be so hard on yourself. I'm getting that feeling like you're quite judgy and hard on yourself, and you don't need to be. Let emotions settle before you scramble into action. So that's what this week's about for you, right? Observe and reserve judgment. Until all is revealed, allow yourself and a situation to unfold in its own time and space. It's going to get better. Play with your sense of self, challenge it, add to it, pull it apart, bounce it off other people, and let it take on new form. So as I've said to you already, this is a week of reflection, looking back at the past, really accepting yourself and everything that you've been through, being positive and kind to your body, and knowing that you're about to head through another energetic shift. And if it's not your birthday yet, but you're coming up to a birthday, I see it's going to be a huge turning point for you, like massive karmic cycles closing. And how exciting is that? That's pretty cool. All right, my loves, I hope you have a great week ahead. I wish you much love and light, and I'll be back with you next week. Take care.